Welcome to the weekend. Please kindly support this channel by hitting on the subscribe button. Do not forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you all. In a Truth Social post on Tuesday, the daughter of Judge Juan Merchan was assaulted by the former President Donald Trump. Merchan is in charge of presiding over the trial concerning the purported hush money payment that Trump made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels in the course of his 2016 presidential campaign. In 2023, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg filed charges against Trump for allegedly forging company records and breaching the law by paying Daniels to keep her quiet about her alleged romance with him. In response to every accusation, Trump has entered a not guilty plea and denies ever having an affair with Daniels. The former president attacked Merchan's daughter and shared his most recent criticism of the judge on social media on Tuesday. He said that despite having a highly distinguished appearance, Judge Juan Merchan is a real and verified Trump hater who has a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome. Put otherwise, he despises me. His daughter is employed by Adam Shifty Skiff, the Democratic National Committee, Dem Senate Majority PAC, and even crooked Joe Biden as a top executive at a super-liberal Democrat corporation. Trump said in a different post that Merchan ought to step down from the case and that the trial ought to be transferred to the more conservative borough of Staten Island in New York City. I cannot get a fair trial from Judge Merchan. He need to disqualify himself. Similarly, this political opponent trial need to be held on Staten Island before a fresh, impartial judge in the sake of justice. In the midst of my presidential campaign, the trial shouldn't be allowed to begin, Trump stated. The criticism is reminiscent to a tweet that Trump made in April 2023, in which he expressed worries on the political ties of Merchan's daughter. He called Merchan a highly partisan judge, with a family full of well-known Trump haters in that tweet. Eric Columbus, a former special litigation counsel for the U.S. House of Representatives Office of General Counsel, posted, Trump attacks the judge's daughter in his Manhattan criminal case because he, 1, can't help being despicable, 2, wants a gag order for political reasons, and / 3, wants to be able to say, if convicted, that the judge mistreated him due to his attacks. Joyce White Vance, a former federal prosecutor, posted, Trump targets not just Judge Merchan in the Manhattan criminal case, but also his daughter. This is a blatant attempt to threaten the judge's family in an attempt to intimidate him. It deserves a gag order in addition to strong opposition from GOP leadership, which we know won't materialize. Newsweek sent an email requesting response to the Merchan and the Trump campaign via the Public Information Office of the New York court. The tweet was made only one day after Merchan announced that the trial of Donald Trump will begin on April 15. Following weeks of postponement, this will be Trump's first criminal trial. Legal experts predicted that, in the improbable event that he is found guilty, the trial will only take 2 to 3 weeks. At a Monday news conference, Trump declared his intention to testify in the trial. He chastised prosecutors for initiating the case in the midst of the campaign and said that he would fight the start date. Trump said, I would have no trouble testifying. I didn't act improperly. Once again, a former assistant to former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has said that Donald Trump is frightened of the public finding out about his alleged role in the Capitol riots. Cassidy Hutchinson, who spoke on MSNBC's Inside with Jen Psaki, said that Trump feels threatened that the public would discover the truth behind the riots. On January 2021, followers of the former President Trump flocked to the U.S. Capitol to demonstrate against the outcome. In her testimony before the House January 6 committee in 2022, Hutchinson said that Trump had no problem with his followers marching to the Capitol, despite knowing that some of them were armed on January, and that he didn't give a damn when they started screaming, "Hang Mike Pence," during the disturbance. When Hutchinson was asked about Trump's attacks on her on social media for criticizing him, she said, I know when he starts to get nervous. Donald Trump is already using his most devoted friends on Capitol Hill to attempt to undermine not just my testimony, but the whole January probe as a whole, so I know he must be anxious, if not downright terrified. She went on, he doesn't want the American people to know what actually happened, so he doesn't want the facts out there. He hopes that the American people will accept his fabricated account of what really transpired on January 6. She went on to say that Trump was aware that there were weapons in the crowd during the riots.